This box of parts has been sitting in storage for way too long. It's probably been close to 2 years, and I don't know why, because it's gonna be a really cool project when it's done. Let me show you what I got here. It's an old Traxxas slash 4x4, I think it was a brush model chassis, and it's been used. I've run it a couple times, and then it's been stripped down for parts, and I got a bunch of options to build it up into something really cool. But you're probably wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses inside, and I'm not one that usually talks about my personal life in videos, but I do have ankylosing spondylitis, and I know there's a couple YouTubers out there that do have that, and they've kind of talked about it. I have it as well, and one of the things it does to me specifically is it causes an inflammation in the eye, and right now to kind of cure that, I have dilated eyes. So all the light in this room is kind of killing me right now. Things are a little blurry and the sunglasses are helping, but this doesn't stop my love for making content, and I'm gonna push through with it, and we're gonna build something really cool today. Let me show you what I got. This chassis is kind of a mess. I don't even think it's got the right shock towers on here for a slash 4x4. Definitely missing some parts. It's got a mix of axles, but the chassis itself, it's in decent condition and should be a good donor platform. And really, it was the reason why I wanted to do a project, because I couldn't just leave it like this. I had to turn it into something, and all these parts right here are gonna make this truck really awesome. So this is the body that's gonna go on it. It's one of their pre-painted bodies. It actually comes on the slash 4x4 Ultimate, and when this project's done, it's gonna be pretty close to an Ultimate. Look at all of the parts in here. So let's start going through what I have. Let me just pull all this stuff out so you guys can see it. So number one, we've got the old suspension on here, the old rear hubs, and this kit is gonna take care of all of that. It's one of their extreme heavy duty kits, so if you have an older slash platform, you could update it with one of these kits. It comes with all the ball bearings and the heavy duty drive shafts, all the heavy duty parts, and it even has the correct shock towers, so I could ditch those shock towers that are on there. Now, one of the big things I want to do with this is turn it into a monster slash. Hopefully it's going to be easy. So what I did is I got these tires. These are 2.8 Sledgehammer tires, TSM rated. So this thing is going to be a killer off-road truck, not just a short course truck. Of course, I got to swap out the shocks. So I've got their big bore GTR shocks, anodized blue. I've got turnbuckles for the front end. Actually, for the camber links, front and rear steering tie rods, those are in here somewhere as well. But I got the screw kit for it. This is their stainless steel screw kit, because at some point, I'm sure I'm gonna go through mud or water. New bearing set, because the bearings that are in there are pretty old. Got that top stiffener brace that they offer for it. This is pretty cool. New servo, of course. What do I have here? These are body mounts. I think I got these because these have the taller posts in them. I'm just guessing I'm gonna need those to raise up the body to use the taller tires. Hopefully that all works out. Got the motor plate, the machined aluminum motor plate, and I like this one because it's a little bit thicker. I've bent some of the stock motor plates before, and this thing's gonna be bashed, so we're gonna need a thicker motor plate. As you can see, no no brushless system in there, so I'm gonna go with the Valenian system. Got my cooling fan, got the taller battery strap for it so I could run a bigger pack in there, some wheel nuts, more tie rods, the springs, because you're gonna need the springs for the shocks. This is the front drive shaft hub, because the brush version I think had composite in the front, and I got a few other goodies in here. I even have an MSM thumb steer for it, which is gonna help out because when I drive my stuff, I am the guy driving it and filming it at the same time. So that comes in really handy when you do that. All right, now it's time to dive into this thing. And I guess the best way to do it is just to tear it all down basically into kit form and build it back up with all these parts. Got this truck apart pretty quick, and that's thanks to this Milwaukee driver here. This thing is brushless. I only use it when I'm taking cars apart because it's really fast, but when I go to put the truck back together, I'm gonna use this Makita driver. It's got a clutch on there that I could set so I don't strip out the screws. Next up, I just gotta finish taking out the rest of these black oxide screws and replace it with these stainless screws from the hardware kit. Made some good progress with the build. I actually wound up rebuilding the front and rear differentials. I used 50,000 in front, 30,000 in the rear, and I knew I had a spare center differential. Luckily, I found it, threw that in, and this thing is looking pretty good so far. I've got those orange shock towers in from the heavy duty kit, and I found some blue arms when I was looking for the differential, so those are gonna go on because they're not included with the heavy duty kit. Don't think I mentioned that before, but yeah, progress is looking good, guys. Got a bunch of the suspension parts installed, and I gotta say it again, I've said it in other Traxxas build videos I've done. I love that they have different color suspension parts so you can mix and match and really customize the look of your truck. Love the look of the blue suspension arms and tie rods with the orange. It really pops. Blue for the center drive shaft, blue for the aluminum plate. Man, this truck is just looking good. So I thought I had everything planned out perfectly for this project, but it turns out I'm missing the inner hinge pins for the suspension arms. I just had some random pins shoved in there to hold the arms in place, and so I had to go order a new pin set, and I'm waiting for that to come in. So this is actually gonna turn into a two-part video series. While I was building the truck up, I also found out that the upper brace that I got doesn't fit the high CG slash, so this is actually gonna go on a Rustler 4x4 project, because if it's a Rustler 4x4 as well. So I love the way the project's coming along. It looks really cool. I mean, I think this is just gonna be a beast when it's finally done, so you don't wanna miss it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And while you're down near the video description, check out the link to our new merch. This is one of the shirts.